stuffings.
You're not as white as you were when you come back from the spa, buddy.
Son of a biscuit. All right. About time. So he can, there you go. Give him a good shot of those legs, that gut.
Yes, God, yeah. 40 pounds of COVID.
What'd you do, Richard?
Didn't do nothing. Right, Duff?
So we got Landshark Garage and we got Duff here. And if you guys haven't, go check out Landshark Garage on YouTube and subscribe. See, we picked up a few of them, subscribers. So for every subscriber he gets, he owes me a beer. So we're already up to a case of friendlies.
That wouldn't be that bad.
Robert's here. Jeez, I figured you'd be busy doing shop things. Yeah, but you didn't guess it was going to be a Nissan there, Ken.
Classic.
4 sandwiches in, catch up. Duff's drinking Double Blue Dolphins again, as usual. He needs a bath, though. Oh, come on. Give us a break.
He does look a little dirty.
He's dirty. He's real dirty. Not as dirty as he was in yesterday's video, but does Duff pass the smell test? I don't know. He's tolerable, barely.
We talked about bringing my dog Jacob, but after seeing the video yesterday, we decided Duff's a bad influence and they should not get together. Mine's 11 months old, and the last time him and Duff got together, they disappeared for a while. But he didn't come back all black like yesterday, so Jake got to stay in South Dakota.
So it's kind of a Datsun. It's a Nissan, actually, which is just a spin-off of Datsun.
You should film Duff Bat Day.
Oh, we should. Hunting pheasant season opens this Saturday, so we're gonna have to do some pheasant hunting and get some video of that. Maybe some behind-the-scenes stuff for the members. If you're not, there's a link down below. You can become a member, and then you get a cool little thing next to your name. So we are sure to read your comments. Like, I think Ken is in here. I think there was somebody else. But yeah, we're going to do some behind-the-scenes stuff. I think we're going to do a hunting trip this fall or several. And I announced discounts on shirts and other merchandise and whatnot. All right, here you go. What do you think of Puddin's Yeehaw? That thing is freaking awesome.
That thing is cool.
That thing, yeah, he like sent me a picture of it before he bought it, and I was like, dude,
you gotta get that.
If you don't buy that, I'm coming down to get it.
Yeah, and then kind of keeping the paint the same way.
That's he's like, oh, it's like $900, and I'm like, I don't care. The other thing's awesome.
The days of $100 cars are gone.
And it's, yeah. What do you use for pheasant hunting? Remington 870.
I use a 2020 GMC Silverado.
Whatever's got keys in it.
Yeah.
You have hunting dogs, but you don't hunt.
I do. I have 2 German short hairs, but I don't hunt. And they're both papered hunting dogs, but they can hunt down the couch. They're hell on flies. Can't find crickets.
I don't think you're a member, Nancy. Did you join? Does it say join down? What? You're such a. Come on, give me a break. Thank you. Say hi. Louder. Good boy. Fine. We don't know how to treats here. Oh, I'm just salivating. Is there pheasant east of 281? Thought they're out. They're white letters, Outville. Yeah, there is west of 281. Well, yeah, because what's the 281? Is Redfield. Redfield's west of 281. That's the pheasant capital of South Dakota.
Yeah. Or Mitchell is.
Yeah. We got friendlies tonight. Napa Todd brought
Grain Belt
Premium. We gotta see how many subscribers you're up to now when we start. Just take a break. Don't tell me what to do.
Dan.
I'll give you a bath right now.
It looks like they're young Jimmy Spenders. Hey, Ed. I was thinking the same thing.
He still has his teeth.
Most of them. I was going to wear my patented bibs up here, but I decided to come up in shorts.
It's too hot
here. Mortske doesn't put air conditioning in his shop, so it's.
Oh yeah, Chris says the Mortske Facebook fan group. Yeah, so I don't know that you guys want to call it the fan group. It's just people who watch Mortske and think he's an idiot group. You guys can go join that, and we chat about stupid things I do and stupid things you do as a group.
Any more thoughts on building a service truck?
Oh, we just wheeled this Nissan in because it's like we gotta have some eye candy in the back, and that 65 Ford is still across the street. And every time I go in there, pump the gas, pull the choke, that thing pops straight off. So I really need to do something with it. First thing is get like some tires that were built in this decade and get rid of the split rims. And then I do have a fuel tank for it. Probably go through the carburetor. But see, like, you guys should be able to see next to Ken's name, he's got the Mortske hot rod in there. Am I going to put a V8 in the Nissan? So I guess I'll break the news to you guys. I'm going to Oklahoma on Friday after work, and we're gonna go do the duel of the dots.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool.
Down with Puddin' Pants down there.
You just taking this as carry-on luggage then? The Nissan?
What's at the dots? I'm gonna spank him.
We'll take it down there. I know, but are you just gonna take it as carry-on? Just put it on.
Yeah,
it's small enough. They'll look pretty ridiculous on your little trailer, but if you bring it back full.
I'm taking the little trailer.
Oh, I see.
The big trailer, because then I'm like, well, I can't come back empty.
I think you do. Look, Steve says flexi stacks. That'd be cool on there.
How many? So
2.5-inch flex plate.
So Landshark is a Napa parts salesperson. How many
day job?
How many flexi hoses do you sell?
We sell quite a bit of flexi hoses.
Do you really?
Yeah. Especially to the demolition derby guys.
Because those guys don't care.
But no, we don't sell a lot of flex hoses anymore. It used to be real popular, and you see them all the time on hot rods, and it's just
you see them all the time on everything.
Flex hoses for you are like Scotch locks for me. God, I hate them electrical Scotch locks.
Well, at least the flex hose rarely leaves you on the side of the road like a Scotch lock.
Yeah.
It is the Z24 in this thing. Here, I thought that was only like a Chevy Beretta. Were the Berettas the Z24?
Berettas were the Z24.
Z24.
You know. And then they had a Citation that was the X11. You ever see any of them?
Those things are actually big money.
Oh yeah, there's a guy that's got one that I know, but you looked at him at first and like, it's a Citation. It's like the celebrity Eurosport. But no, yeah, they're worth money. No.
An air-cooled Deutz, that would be cool.
What does it say? A 58 Edsel? Or is it? I can't see what the rest of it says there. Or 58 Bel Air.
Or 60 Bel Air. Who's your guest? This is Napa Todd from Landshark Garage.
Edsel. Edsel at the car show.
I'm not even drinking and my screen is blurry. I don't know. It looks pretty good.
I'm a Landshark.
On our end.
I'm a Landshark chug a beer. Well, when I say
yeah, see, Duff barks every time you say it. Keith, the car guy. Yeah, go over on his channel and then leave a comment that says Duff sent you. So for every comment that somebody says Duff sent you,
awesome.
He owes me a beer. And they're gonna be natty lights or something cheap and disgusting.
What do you want? Remember Buckhorn? Are you old enough to remember Buckhorn? My boy.
Buckhorn, Wyoming. I rode snowmobile through there once.
Buckhorn beer?
No.
Used to buy a case of Buckhorn and you had to pay a 5 cent per what do they call it? Deposit on the bottle. So you brought the bottles back.
Oh, just running down his
He's drooling.
Am I taking Duff Dog? No, you didn't have a Beretta Z34. Lumina's had the Z34. Berettas were
Z24.
No, Z26.
Yeah.
And then it's just GM RPO options because like the Z71,
yeah,
X11.
Berettas were cool. They were quick little cars.
Z302. Oh yeah, they all work. Because I think
How come Napa doesn't have any brake rotors? We do.
Ooh.
You know, the supply chain is horrible.
I bet.
Unbelievable. Rotors, batteries, filters, doesn't matter what it is. Every time you turn around, the things you used to be able to say, we have it or we can have it tomorrow, not anymore.
What's the least you invested in a ride and got the best personal return? So like dollar amount or like miles? Because I bought a little Dodge D50 like this, which is a Mitsubishi in college for like $650. Hey, relax. It came from Arizona. And I put like some tires on it at some point, and I drove that thing for 4 years through college.
Wow. And didn't have to really do anything.
I put an engine in it one time because it was burning oil, and the new engine burned just as much oil as the old one. So I put a lot of oil in it, but oil was cheap. But I mean, I shaved the door handles, put 16 inches E71 wheels on it, and low pro tire. I mean, it was fun pickup, and there's no way I had $1,500 in it. I had the Ricer fart can on it.
Oh yeah.
It had like a factory roll pan with a receiver hitch in it, so you could pull a trailer. Had a toolbox, had some Ranger bucket seats. God, I thought it was the coolest.
I had a 73 Satellite when I was in high school that when you hit the railroad tracks, the whole front end would sit and vibrate for about a block and a half, you know. We never did fix it, but
Now he's a parts guy.
yeah, we drove the crap out of that thing. It was just it was cheap at that time.
Now it's probably worth money.
Yeah.
Whatever happened to the red ramp truck? It's just sitting outside, deteriorating. There's a set of 6 brand new tires sitting there to go on it. I just looked at a box full of radiator hoses and tune-up parts and brake parts that are sitting here waiting to go on it. Just never get time because Duff's too busy barking at me.
When you make an appearance in Milwaukee,
Milwaukee?
that ramp truck. Way too cool.
Is my white Chevy still going? Which white Chevy? Oh, Casper? Yeah, that's just it. I got White Lightning, which is my 62 Chevy C10 big back window. I haven't got that out yet even this year. Or my 71 short box. Or my white 64 Chevy Impala wagon.
That, you ever sell that? That was your first car, right?
Well, like my first old car. My first car was an 85 Cadillac.
Oh, God.
Sedan DeVille, yeah.
I've
been driving. That's what I drove to work today was that 85 or 86 C10.
Yeah.
It smokes real bad, like when you start it up, so it must be guides, I presume. But some guy said there's like oiling issues on the 4.3s where they don't.
Doesn't get there?
Well, it gets up there, but it can't drain back down or something. So it's like, well, at some point, wouldn't it start the engine? Because as the engine's running, it's all, I don't know. But
I'm on a not a Volkswagen kick. I'd never be on a Volkswagen kick.
What?
Station wagon.
What about like a microbus? Or those
The one that's got all, what is it? The
20, 21
windows? Yeah, that'd be cool.
Or like the pickups that are made of those same things? How about like those squareback station wagons?
Yeah, the kind of the Carmagia one.
No,
we're sitting here talking about Volkswagen crap.
You wouldn't have a Carmagia either?
Well, I probably would. Could you see me getting in it?
Or like even the early Beetles with like the headlight covers.
I bought a blue Camaro from this knucklehead. I don't know if I'm going to be able to drive it when I get it.
Well,
I'm a truck guy.
You know what I want? I want like a early vet. I'll never afford it, and I've sat in a couple, and it's like, well, it's got to be a stick car. It's like, who wants a Corvette with a man?
Yeah, with an automatic. Yep.
I don't fit in it. Like even those like hideous ones that used to be cheap, the C3s, like the 68 to 82s or whatever they are. I don't fit in with the crap.
Yeah, they're not the. I take a truck every day. Truck, Suburban, something like that.
But like
always have.
Yeah, I don't fit in. Like my 71, I don't fit in there that well. I fit in that 68 Dodge way better.
67 to 72s, like my wife's 68, nowhere near as comfortable as my 49.
I don't know what it is because my 62
and
is like
we had like Trailblazer buckets in her 68, and we took them out and put the 88 to 94 bench seat in it. Gave you a little bit more room, but there's not as much leg room. Oh, something about just that body style because the 60 to 66s, they sit pretty good, I think.
Yeah.
And
those 67 72s are just something about the geometry.
There's something about them that.
How big of I don't even have an account at Napa. I only call him like after hours on Saturdays and Sundays.
11 o'clock at night. Hey,
Yeah, and those spark plugs that I got from you last time are still sitting in the box back there.
Didn't use them.
Because they needed the truck. The next morning when I went to go put it in, they were filling up in town.
Yeah, that's about the. Hello, East Tennessee.
How long did it take me to get Duff clean? We just took him for a swim. He's good. Get a Chevelle. I'd love to find a Chevelle.
79 with Sabre wagon with the 400 turbo.
What do you think of that Ford? Yeah, I think we talked about the Yeehaw. That thing's pretty freaking awesome. Duff is not a Springer Spaniel. He's a Brittany Spaniel. Close, though.
Everybody fits in a Galaxy. Yeah, no doubt.
I drove that 63 Galaxy this weekend. I don't fit in it.
Why?
I like my head.
Feel small in it? Hold on this.
No, it's the other way. Like my head is against the roof, and the seat won't go back any further, and I feel like I'm too far ahead. And that's with a bench seat car. You should ride in a bucket seat car once. I don't think the bucket seats are like adjustable in the passenger seat. I guess
You're kind of stuck there. It's like sitting on a lawn chair that's bolted to the floor.
No, Larry, it's a Nissan. Hey, Arthur just joined the Duff Approved Club. Snagga Laguna. Was that? Were they like the S3?
Yep, had the rotating seats.
Yeah, the
some
swivel buckets.
Some of them had 454s in them. Yep, swivel buckets. I chopped one of them up and made a circle track car out of it one time. Back when I was dumb.
Circle jerkers. What, you grew out of that dumb stage?
No, I grew out of circle track. Went drag racing. Didn't want to cut the last car out.
A 69 C30. What year's yours? 68?
68, yeah.
I like 67s, probably the best, and then 71s and 2s, and then 8s. 69 and 70s, I don't like the grills and the big emblem on the hood. Not my favorite, but
I like the lower hood profile up to 60. What is it? 68, 69. They went a little taller.
yeah,
like
that's
that.
why I like. And then 67, you get the small back window and then no marker lights.
Yep.
Those are the
I'm
best.
thinking when we built my wife's, we took the marker lights out of it. That was a long time ago.
I had a girlfriend that tasted like Newports and Busch Lights. It was my buddy's mom, Norma Jean. I miss you. Mortske, you remind me of her. Your buddy must have been one ugly SOB.
59 one that they wanted me to have.
And he got rid of it. Really made me sad. That was never that was like my car for like an afternoon. I actually went to an auction and bought it for a buddy. He's been tinkered away on it. We'll have to do a follow-up video on old Chelsea. I got me a Chrysler. It's as big as a whale.
That's what you need to do. You just have to have episodes of where are they now, and you and Duff just fly around the country and go find all the crap you've sold in the last year.
Duff is right here, Hansi.
Factory frame delete on those Galaxy 500s.
We got all kinds of members in here. Ken and Arthur. And then an LOL from the Robert. I like the factory frame delete on those Galaxy 500s. 60. She's Ron. We got all kinds of guys joining. And gals, maybe.
Ford utility. That the utility box? It'd be cool to
Yeah. I want to bag one of those.
canister oil filter on a 62 327. There's nothing wrong with canister oil filters.
It's just more work when you change the oil.
Yeah, they're just messier, but there's nothing wrong with them. I know a guy that's got almost 400,000 miles on a 67 Chevy that I'm pretty sure he's still got a canister filter in that.
Richard Benda.
Yeah, he just switched out of points not too long ago. But
Holy crap. We got another member, Chad. Seen a lot of Chad comments back in the day. Do I ever take Duff hunt? Yeah, we were just talking about that. Pheasant hunt opens this weekend. Oh, okay, fine. Have another treat. You notice that the quality of
smart dogs. He's got this live thing figured out.
There's people saying feed me.
Yeah, there are people saying 70 Nissan 240Z. They were always cool.
So there'll be a video on this thing coming up. But I was at an auction sale, and I went there, and it was like a really poor listing. It just said a bunch of square bodies. So I went there to buy a square body, and they were all 6.2 diesels, which is fine. But a diesel revival would be like, oh, let's put a key in it and give it some ether, and it just starts. But they all went for stupid money because square bodies are stupid money.
Yeah.
Make square bodies cheap again.
Yep.
And then this thing was there for $225, and it was a one owner rig. And the lady was like bragging it up that was selling it. I'm just like,
This Nissan?
yeah, I'm like 220, but whatever. Brought it home. Here it is.
I've got
I won't ruin it for you.
that 77 3+3 that we bought. That guy shot me a price, and I wrote him a check right there because you don't find them that cheap.
No,
And
we all seen that one. That thing looks so good at 25 mile an hour at 100 yards
at least
away.
15 or 20 years, and it's rough, but it's coming along. It's just
We are gonna do something with pudding. Do they stock pheasants up there? Yeah, like all the pheasants. Like there's some pheasant farms around, but not really. Most of them are all homegrown.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's a lot of pheasants this year too.
Is there?
Yeah.
I haven't been.
But now the corn will start coming off, and you'll be seeing a lot more of them. But just driving the back roads the other day, coming home from a car show, I've seen a lot of little broods of them.
Mike, I really don't have anything for sale right now. That I have sold a couple cars through Instagram. Most of them sell through here, and that's the other thing about the membership is you guys get
Bill Cosby did something with pudding.
putting things where they don't belong. Yeah, I got that 65 F250 that I want to get rid of. The 71 F100 from this week's video. And really, that's it. Like stuff, I don't know. I get a lot of guys complaining that my stuff's too high, but at the same time, I sell most of that stuff within the first couple of days, and it goes a long ways away. So they're paying shipping to boot.
When Robert asked you, beating on the 68. The 68, Mrs. Landshark 68, threw a lifter coming home from a car show a couple nights ago, and it's going to get a motor transplant because it's just as easy to put a motor I've got sitting in there than it is to tear this one apart and find out what's wrong with it. And she's always wanted that 400, so we're just going to put it in there.
Yeah, the Mott heading here in North Dakota has a ton of pheasants out there. Everything can be. Oh, we got Brent from Half-Ass Customs in here. Everything is for sale except the dog. But
maybe tonight.
Some of it's
tonight. Can we rent you out, Duff?
Yeah. You're so obnoxious tonight. It's not on sale. It's for sale. This is like the most. Are you gonna start helping me or what? I bet.
See, if I'd brought Jake along, he'd have just run around us in a circle, 300 miles an hour. So.
Yeah, you two should just be. Tell you what.
How much for the garage since you're going to lose it?
Let's talk to the bank.
Yeah.
Just take all the treats.
Just leave it open.
I'm over this. Oh, and decals. If you want decals, send me an email. $10 for a 4-pack shipped. We can ship overseas. And that gets your name in the drawing for like the next 2 weeks if you want that Wisconsin license plate off the back of Casper as well. We're going to do a little giveaway thing. I don't know why anybody would want that thing, but several people have wanted it. And check out the merch site as well. Get yourself a next level shirt.
I have none of that. Buy his stuff. Yeah. That'd be great.
And if you haven't, if you're just joined in, check out Landshark Garage on YouTube as well. That's who's sitting next to me. We cut you off so that you.
Well, I'm not going to move closer to you. Got the better half. See, got my name, Leroy. That's all. We're good to go.
Leroy
and Kevin. Isn't that what yours says?
Kevin, yeah. Acme.
Acme. Get out the checkbook. Do you have any good FEs?
Is there such a thing? I finally figured out what FE stands for. It's not Ford Engineering. It's not Ford Edsel. It's effing expensive.
Effing expensive. Froze forever.
I think that's the only FE in the entire yard right now is that 71. I could find a 390 to put in it, but I'm just not bad at we're out. No more. No mas. Beer tastes good again.
get Landshark to 1K followers. If you do that, I'm going to be broke. I'll have to sell the shop just to pay Mortske and beer.
If he equals 100
What does 500 grain belts cost?
You're about to find out. Rhode Island, the smallest state in 50, we have more shoreline than the others. Teach Duff to fetch a beer.
Chesapeake.
That would. Oof.
Did you throw in the mullet to sweeten the deal? No.
He had to get his own.
I have a blonde mullet that went with it, but I think it may have disappeared at my house. Mrs. Landshark got sick of me wearing it around the house. My 86-year-old dad asked if
Well, it's because you were supposed to be wearing something else.
Yeah, right.
Just instead of just your mullet.
Your breath never stinks, you know that, Duff, man? All the rolling and crap you do. Oh, I don't. Okay,
Can send you a Manitoba. This is why we can't have nice things, Duff. Still need a battery sponsor? We always need a battery sponsor. Every time we sell a vehicle that runs, we lose a battery, which thankfully nothing's really running lately.
You should have your starting batteries, and then you should have your going down the road battery. You know, the one that holds charge enough to get it on the trailer.
Yeah, well, I don't have any of
You
those.
push most of them on the trailer for them anyway.
What's the word on the Model A? Which one? That two-door 20... Hey, throttle her back. We're busy here.
Here's your beer, bud. What a good guy.
Hey, we're freaking out of treats. We got no more.
Batteries are automotive battery. One of the things that just went. Like,
Oh yeah, remember
every couple months, $10, $10, $10.
Well, I remember they were $60 for an interstate when I was in high school.
I think
It's like, man, how can I swing that? Now they're like 160.
Group 24 side top regular top post, you know, or like a dual post, $149. It's crazy. $50 for a refurb. That's what you need to find a refurb battery place.
They used to sell. One of the guys down would sell blems,
Blems, yep.
and you might get 9 years out of one, or something ridiculous, 4 or 5 years, and the next one you get 9 months. But that's the thing with buying a blem, you're rolling the dice.
It's the dice you roll, yep. 28, 29 sedan.
Paul the Model A. Paul couldn't sit still long enough for this, and he falling asleep. Yeah, I think it's a 28 sedan. I don't even remember. But yeah, I had it out once this year. That's it. I was going to get it out this weekend, but I did.
A few cores every now and then.
Hey,
Then he complain about Napa batteries like he does Napa starters.
used to be a blend battery store. Oh. Quiet.
I don't have any homes. Is this the only time he feeds you is during lives? Poor thing.
Yeah, you want to go for a ride?
He's lively looking today, my God.
We'll go for a ride? He's like, no, there's no treats in there. We'll go for a ride? See, there you go, Nancy. Now you're a member.
I'll send you a battery 2 times a month for 4 years if you hook him up with a mid-80s box Chevy.
2 times a month, so $200 $200 a month times potato, carry the fence post.
That's a pretty cheap square body. Over 4 years.
Yeah, that's 48 times 200. That's 9,600 bucks. Yeah, I got one sitting out here. I got a 3/4 ton 86. I'll sell you. I got a half ton 86. I'll give you for 9,600 bucks.
Robert's hauling sugar beets.
Hey,
Man, you got flies in here. No crickets though. You
No.
notice that? They're gone.
they are gone, and then the fly showed up.
Yeah, exactly.
What's the little truck you got there? 84 Nissan 720 with a 2.4 liter Z2.4 or Z24. People are telling me See, there you go, Nancy. You got one of those sweet hot rod emblems next to your name now. And you get all the deals on the apparel or merchandise.
Any donuts in the Nissan. It's been pretty good coming up the hill.
You're giving it away. Oh, sorry. Yeah, of course the Nissan does donuts. How did you and Puddin meet? Grinder.
Puddle of fish. What is it? Puddle of fish.
Plenty of fish. Puddle of fish.
Puddle of fish.
Shane loves Duff Approved. All you guys that are joining the Duff Approved, you need to go subscribe to Landshark Garage as well. And then comment that Duff sent you.
Duff sent me. I love Duff.
Does it have a 350 in it? No, it's got a 2.4 liter.
Has it got the 8 spark plugs?
It's got what?
Has it got 8 spark plugs? Yep, that's what the guy asked.
Oh, somebody asked?
Yep, 2.4. It's got the one with 8 spark plugs. That's the sought after motor. She's a gem.
Yeah. And so the 4 spark plugs on the exhaust side
are different heat range.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Than the intake side.
Yep, that's always one of them you throw at the new counter guy. Look up spark plugs for this 4-cylinder. Oh.
And yeah, 2 coils.
Yep.
That seems, I don't know, it's weird. I like open the hood, I'm like, this is awesome. I don't know why. Duff does want to go roll and poop. That's all he does. That's how I get my dog to come back when he runs off. Go for a ride. How's it going? You run one of them Colorado sandwiches? Yes, Mike. Oh. So, Mike, I'm going to butcher your name. Benfield. Benefield. He brought me, or he's the guy who bought the Rambler.
Oh, yeah.
And he just went to Arizona and got some parts for that thing. I think he came back with 2 windshields. You get the windshield in that thing?
He's been posting updates on the Mortske fan page on Facebook.
Yeah. You're part of it.
That's right.
Yeah.
I got to go on there just to see how the fanboys are doing. But I like to see that Rambler or the Rebel. The Rebel, right?
Yeah, Rebel SST. That car sucked to let go, but whatever. A month later, we still got the shop.
I was at a car show this weekend, and the guy had a Rambler wagon. There was a 57 Rambler wagon, and he set it down on a G-body. So it had small block Chevy 700 R4. Just he set it right down on the frame of the G-body. He did a good job on that. Well, it was green and yellow, but not Packers green and yellow.
Hey,
it was a good-looking green and yellow. Yeah, Ford did the same thing. They had 8 spark plugs in there, 2.3.
Yeah, on the later, when they put those in the Rangers. I don't know if that Nissan was built in Tennessee. Probably not in '84. I don't know.
The guy talking about the U-Haul trucks. I've seen U-Haul trucks sitting in different places. You don't even pay attention to them, and now that Puddin' drug that one out and kind of cooled it up, you're like, huh.
So if anybody's got one or knows what it is, before Puddin' got that, him and I were talking. I've been trying. I want to find like a dually mini truck.
Oh yeah,
like a Toyota.
Like
dually.
the Toyota with the
Datsun made them. Nissan made them.
They make some. They had some motorhomes like that.
Yeah,
that had that on.
And then just put like a flatbed on the back.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Or to like put some dually fenders on it, and then like a regular fleet side box. Yeah. So if anybody's got a dually mini truck, hit me up. Or even just a rear end out of one, hit me up. And I'm still looking for like an early T bucket. I want like a barn find T bucket. I don't know why. I just do. But it's got to be like the right one. It can be fiberglass, and it can be 70s obnoxious. It would be great if it was 70s obnoxious. A bunch of. Jay joined the Mortske fan page. Oh, Boiler Man. What did he say?
What did you take back, Boiler Man? We feel bad. I know where there's a T bucket at.
Yeah.
We'll talk off camera on the down low.
Keep it on the deal. We don't want
to. I think I might even have pictures of it.
You sold the Rebel? I did sell the Rebel. Yep. Mike Benfield bought it. It's in good and got some door handles coming. Oh, nice.
Files.
How many cars do you have laying around? I just looked. I got a spreadsheet.
I was gonna say, don't you keep a spreadsheet?
I have 87 today. Yeah, it was a busy,
Checks it daily.
It was a busy weekend.
$2,500 for a dually.
My buddy is a South Dakota dentist. Poor fella.
He's a poor. That's just mean.
I'm on meth.
Yeah. Best marketing plan we've ever had.
$2,500. That's
Duff calmed down. He doesn't need a treat. He just needed a tranquilizer.
Pissed at life now.
Yeah. He's just sitting back there showing you all his business.
Thing with those mini motorhomes is they didn't make very many of them, and now the RV market's freaking.
Yep.
Everything's
People are
insane
wanting
right
them.
now, but RVs.
Wouldn't it be fun just to run a chain through the windows though and drive away from it? Pull the back end off.
I know a guy who did that with an excavator one time. Filmed it.
I do too. When's your rap video dropping?
I'll message you a mini truck RV from South Texas. Now we're talking.
If you're already going to Oklahoma.
Oklahoma, yeah. What the heck? Nissan plant opened in '83 in Tennessee. It might have been then. I don't know. How do I know if it's built in? Probably. Oh, GM made an S10 dually. I was like, wait, what? South America only. Dang it. That's going to be a long road trip.
Yeah. Got to
There will
drive it back.
There will be no rap video of the Mortske and the Duff.
Jimmy Spenders, he was hilarious.
Yeah, Jimmy.
Most people are concerned with Duff's amount of rolling in feces.
If Duff had rolled in feces,
does Landshark have all his teeth? Since we're on the subject, no, I'm missing a couple.
Yeah,
been gone from there's an old street fighting incident. Not really.
I was on the street drone trip and smashed into a curb with my face.
I got in a fight with the street and I lost.
I got in
stupid streets.
I got in a fight with a light pole. Sequence to unstuck rusted engines, scope, air, white lightning for at least 3 days. They don't move. Gas axe, wood block, 3-pound sledge. We don't have time for that. Oklahoma is a day's drive from South America. This is true.
SST Rebel wagon. Wow. No guy that's got a Rebel not too far from here, but it's not.
I'll do it if you cover the fuel in the Dodge up to get it 1 million miles. He showed up with a second gen Dodge 24 valve 6-speed dually. And what's that thing got? 400,000 or 600,000 on it, Mike? Yeah. So the Colorado Kool-Aid or whatever Colorado beer that he brought, Wheelies, those things are freaking delicious. Puddin has no Shane. Don't let it out that this thing is just gonna wax Puddin, just clean him off the street because we got some stuff on the DL done to it that he's not gonna hold a chance. He thinks he's got some stuff up his sleeve, but no curbs within 30 miles of you. There's curbs 3 blocks away.
800,000. That's what he's got on that.
Oofta. Well, I bet he's put 20,000 on it.
Just finding parts for the Rebel?
Yeah, since he got the Rebel.
You need to buy this, Mike, just so you can save on gas.
Did you see that? A real shark grows back, lost teeth, and now you know. Knowing is half the fun. Hence why he's the land shark.
Yeah.
I'm going to fix a video on the King truck.
Wasn't that a Saturday Night Live skit, Landshark? I think so. I don't know how I ever got on that, but Montana Garage is in the house.
Yes, I need to get the King in. I moved it the other day, and there's still a rod that wants to escape through the block. It hasn't fixed itself. You guys sell it? Do you have anything on the counter it's like rod knock removal in a can, Mechanica can? You just
make it quiet in a can. You got no smoke.
Yeah. I like every parts store you go into. They have like an aisle that's 12 feet long, 6 feet high of just like radiator stop leak,
You don't ever find.
Refrigerant stop link, anti-smoke.
How come they don't make air stop leak for trucks, truck drivers? Something you can just put in your air tank and it'll stop the air leaks that they have.
I was going to say it's
Or
because
gas-
those guys are too smart, but I've
gas-
talked to some truck drivers recently, and that it's been
gas stop leak that you could pour in your tank and then it would quit running out your accelerator pump diaphragm.
good old
Motor honey. Yep. Rizlone's got one too that's what you carry as backup when you drive old junk. Transfix. Well, they got a 2-part transfix out now.
I used one of those transfixes
together?
one time in like a '94 Cutlass because it was just bang. It was just really hard shifting, like up knock, like you had to rev her to the moon, and then wham, it slammed me back in the seat. And my buddy does tranny. He's like, just try this stuff. It's $20. You know, nothing in it. That thing worked phenomenally long enough to sell it.
I had a guy that had a Pontiac Aztec, and he put they make a head gasket repair. It's got nanotechnology, whatever that is. It's expensive, like $30 a jug, but you could visibly see it leaking. And he poured it in there, and he drove it up to Wapaton and traded it off. And then he saw it like 3 or 4 months later. It was still driving around. But you watch the leak stop. So I don't know. But then you see these transmission fixes.
Moroso made some
Some of them are like
ceramic seal or something that would actually
pour in. Yep.
Yeah, it was a 2-part. It was like $60.
Block sealer or something like that. But there's some of them that are out there. But like TransTune is real liquidy. You know, it's like water. And then the Bars Leak has a Transfix that's just like motor oil honey. You know, so I don't know what difference. Which one works better than the other? When are you going to get your Bobcat dirty? As soon as the snow starts flying, I bet it'll be dirty once in a while.
I just washed it for the first time the other day. What year? Oh, drain the engine and fill with white lightning. How cool is that? Yeah. I don't know if that would help.
What's white lightning?
Vinegar.
Oh, really? Well,
Chris Campbell, thanks for joining. Anybody who hasn't, go to Landshark Garage and subscribe, and then go on one of his videos and then comment that Duff sent you as well.
That'd be awesome.
Landshark Garage on the YouTubes. What year Chevy K5 Blazer has decent horsepower engine with a 4 or 5-speed manual, and would this be custom? I don't know that you could ever get a K5 because I believe that ended in '91 with a 5-speed.
But you can get them with 4-speed.
You can get them with a 4-speed.
Yep. There's like no guy
With actual horsepower.
No, it's 305 in it actually.
But one with the horsepower, because the K5, yeah. I mean, your best probably like 69 to 72, and you're probably gonna get like what 250, 270 horsepower, something like that.
Yeah, and you're gonna pay for it.
Remember, start selling recycled oil is called Rev way back in the 70s.
He loves you and Big Easy.
Give Landshark a beer too.
A $2 beer. You see that? $2 beer.
$2 beer. Yeah.
I switched to the good stuff. Thanks, though.
What zip ties and bias plies in here?
Right?
Freaking mint. He said he loves you.
Robert sent
easy.
Bottom of the cylinder under the piston gets rusty as well. That one on that 390 that was in that Ford, that was just a mess in there. Did you ever figure out how it got all the moisture in it? That yellow one you did Monday?
Yeah, the mice went up the exhaust pipe and in the intake or in the exhaust valve, then they got in the cylinder through the freaking tailpipe. And that thing had a full exhaust on it. So they filled up the muffler and then went in there.
Is this Chevy Straight Six good with any boost? With some boost? Well, anything's good with boost.
Yeah, right.
For a while.
Everything's awesome with boost. Duff's going to start that Nissan and back it out. No thumbs again. Thanks, Francisco. Smashing oil cans with the filler. Smashing oil cans with the filler. Oh, like stabbing that filler neck in there and getting it in? I was like, with the filler. Yeah. Oh, I get you.
Most of the cans are kind of cardboard too. And now them cans are worth a bunch.
If they're full.
Especially if they got oil in them.
And they're oddballs, yeah. We're still going on about the Z26 and Z34s. The Beretta and the Lumina. Was there another one too?
Well,
then the Monte Carlo Z34, which is technically a Lumina.
Yeah.
Eating a corn muffin. Chevy Crew Cab will be coming out as well. Thanks a bunch, Pete, for the flying avocado with the cape and the headband and the legs. And I see a Datsun in the background. Where's Puddin hiding? Puddin's in Oklahoma, but we're coming for him. Corn seed in the morning.
Oh yeah, the Cavalier was a Z24. Cavalier and Beretta, were they the same platform? Not really.
The Beretta was a Z26. The Cavalier is a Z24.
And you could get the Cavalier in a convertible in a Z24.
Ooh, I'm not going to argue that. I don't know.
Yeah, I remember seeing one guy in town had one. 3.1 motor. Knocking on heaven's door with the 3.1.
Put on a 1 hour video per week now, full-time job. How do you have time to sit and drink beer? I just had this conversation with Todd that I probably shouldn't be doing that. Zip ties and bias Canadian, 20 bucks from Kanakistan. Sean, thank you. Zip ties, did you hang up that decal that I sent you to put on your door? You're starting to put decals on the door. I sent you one. I never saw it. I even put the chainsaw marked it out right on my envelope.
They have terrible Cavaliers in the United Kingdom. I can't imagine trying to work on hot rods in other countries. As hard as it is to find good parts. I mean, like when you want a period correct or something like that. I've always wanted to do a period correct, like Model A when they were racing them in the 50s, kind of like that Rolling Bones.
Oh yeah,
the guys when they go to
like an overhead valve Cadillac,
racing gentleman,
flathead,
yeah, where you
banjo rear end and juice brakes,
trying to find all that stuff. But them guys that do it, they're cool, boy. But trying to do stuff period correct, it's a lot easier to go, oh, I can put this LS into anything. Every car show I go to, there's an LS and something different now.
You ever find any snakes in the truck? We only have like gardener snakes up here.
Yeah, they're not scary snakes. They're just, get out of here.
Suzu Beretta thing with a V8.
When are you going to come out with a Mortske air freshener? Duff approved.
Yeah.
Smells like deer poop.
Right. We should just make the nastiest smelling as a gag gift. Like, here, go get this to your mother-in-law.
Thoughts on a Beaumont? Isn't Beaumont Canadian Pontiac? Wasn't that a Beaumont? What'd they call that one?
Peg, do you know how to speak any other way than to swear? I don't know. I tried to reply a few times. I don't think it's posted. We know you can't type that fast. Come see you wash your trucks in a Speedo. This guy, you want to see him in a Speedo?
Yeah. No.
When can you get your wrenches back? I don't know. They're mine now. You got a John Deere. They're all metric. You don't need them anymore. We twice so long to this rat rod rusty shiny stuff is everywhere. Yeah, you can literally open up a Speedway catalog. Which any plans on selling any vehicles? Yeah, we talked about it earlier. Everything's for sale. It's not on sale. What kind of sandwich you got? These are Friendlies, Grain Belt Premiums.
Friendly beer
from Landshark Garage. Go subscribe to it if you haven't.
Yeah,
you're at 536.
Beaumont was a Canadian Chevelle.
I want a set of Pontiac valve covers for a small block Chevy. You ever seen those? Because like those Beaumonts were Pontiacs, but they had 350 Chevys, and they had small block Chevy valve covers that had Pontiac script on them.
How cool would that be?
536. What do you think you're at? That's where we started. What do you think you're at now?
We're at 500 this morning. I was at 500 this morning subscriptions when Mortske posted that we were doing live tonight. So I was at 536. We're probably, I don't know, $950. Where's Mickelson at? He should be in here trying to help out. Slug. No, I doubt it. We're at $950.
$5.75.
$5.75. Thank you. Appreciate that.
So that's 75 beers. That's
75 beers.
Peg gets his beers through Patreon. I get mine through
Doing lives with
to get the small guys up to 1,000 subscribers so they can get monetized. Vintage Auto Hill Climb. That would be cool. Indiana. Where was I a couple weeks ago?
You were in Indiana.
Was it Indiana? Fort Wayne. Yeah, right.
I don't know your schedule.
That skid steer's the ticket. How much fatter do you got since you got yours? No comment. Yeah. But you got everything. You got dozers and you got Fords with Fummonses in them, and you got backhoe loaders. Peg has all the cool stuff. No, Speedo. Stop chanting Speedo. Watching them learn how to deal with rust on vehicles.
What was your first vehicle?
My first vehicle?
Yeah.
It's crappy. An 85 Cadillac sedan with like 300,000 miles.
Mine was a 68 Plymouth Belvedere that I bought from a little old lady that had to quit driving and had 36,000 miles on it when I bought it. Four-door, leaning tower of power, 3-speed, South Dakota Highway Patrol blue with poverty caps on it. And it
column shifted 3-speed?
It was in nice shape.
Automatic?
Yep. No, column shifted 3-speed.
Really?
Yep.
I like those.
Yeah, it was.
Hey, thanks, John.
I'd get one of them back in a heartbeat, even if I'm not a big Mopar guy, but boy, I like the look of the non-good things. But
you're not good.
I am. 78 Ford Pinto Nancy.
78? That had to have been like, they didn't make Pintos very long after that. That had to be like one of the last 3 or 4. I live in an Atco. I don't know what Atco is. You get yourself a nice shop, though.
That Belvedere I had, that's how I learned how to drive a clutch, was picking it up from that lady.
Just paid for your trip to Milwaukee. If you're in Milwaukee, you should have like the Packers as your insignia, not the Bears. Will the Bobcat do wheelies? Oh yes, it'll do wheelies in both directions.
White 68 Impala 4-door, 327 quad power glide, ex-government car.
63 Fury Commando. Dang. 70 Nova. I'm not a Nova guy, but like 68 to 72 Novas are starting to grow on me.
Yeah.
But anything 73 and older or newer, nope. 80 was the last year of the Pinto and the Bobcat. Yeah, you don't see many Mercury Bobcats.
Yeah, they
Chevette with a diesel.
I'm kind of that way with anything after 73. Usually.
Dang it, 585. That's like almost 330 racks.
That is almost. It's all going to be Ham's heavy.
Ham and cheese.
2001 Silverado with a bedside delete option.
Ooh, so you're saying it was at least 3 years old, but it'll run forever because it's got a 5.3 in it. You just got to make sure that the transfusion doesn't have 5 neutrals and that the transfer case doesn't wear a hole in itself and that the diff.
Nothing like those mid-'80s Novas. Nope, there's nothing like them, Nathan.
Oh, they weren't even.
They'll never come back, hopefully.
Those are Toyotas, right?
I think so, yeah. Mercury.
I think they call them a Spectrum at the end, even.
Mortske in a bondage harness. What?
Whoa.
Different channel.
Ixnay on the catch-up name. See you, Robert. 70 Chevy short step with a 402 and an auto. So that should have a turbo 400 in it.
Yeah.
60 El Camino 235. I never got excited about 60s, but a 59.
There was a nice one at the car show this weekend. The yellow 59. It looked like banana split. It was.
You got up
nice
close.
looking.
It was.
Yeah.
It was. And it had a ratchet shifter. You know what I hate almost as much?
Ratchet shifters.
As flexi hoses?
Ratchet shifters.
Put a column shift in it.
Flexi hoses, ratchet shifters. I found a car at a car show the other day.
Craigers, side pipes.
It was a Ford with a small block in it. It had
which is fine.
Hoses. It had the battery repair top ends. I think I sent you a Snapchat of it.
Yeah.
But it was just right up your alley. 60 Biscayne 2-door post with a 235 and a 3-speed. 60 Biscayne station wagon. That would be cool.
Just any station
or
wagon.
60, cool. 61, 2, 3, anything up to 64. After that, I don't really care.
I'm on a 61 kick right now. 61 station and overdrives. I freaking love 3-speed overdrives.
Yeah. And then the 60 to 66 Chevy pickups. I had a short box last year, and I looked at it and said, "That's too much rust. I'm going to get rid of it."
Thanks
and
for calling me.
Kicked myself I traded it for a Snap-on rolling toolbox. Then I turned around and sold because I hated the damn thing. But I kicked myself because that was it, and it was like seafoam green. It was rusty. It was horrible up in the above the head.
Yeah,
the headrest where the mice go and
Mike sent me pictures of it. You got it. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna sit there and rot away.
Yeah, I was gonna tackle it, and it's just like, we should get rid of that. And
my favorite is Ham Special Light. That's where the sandwich thing came from, but they're no longer available. So I guess Grain Belt Premiums, the friendlies, they're my favorite kind of sandwiches now.
Did they quit making Special Light completely?
Yeah, they dropped that, like Keystone Ice.
Really? Is that like a COVID thing? We have to cut down certain lines so that you know.
Yeah, because
dual post batteries are that way.
They can't get aluminum.
Oh, yeah, that makes
what
sense.
it is, but they're not planning to bring it back.
Yep.
You can't get dual post batteries anymore.
Not through Napa. You can't. Not right now. We haven't been able to for like over a year almost. Because why? I mean, you already make a top post, you already make a side post. Why have another line that's making both posts? You know what I mean? But I think you can still get them through Interstate.
Yeah,
but
I just got some.
Deca and I think Exide probably dropped them too. I'm not sure, but it's weird the things that has gone away because of all the crap that happened. You know, that before it was not a big deal, and now it's like, oh, lack of people or lack of product.
90 Chevy Blazer 5.7 TBI engine's getting tired. Need to discuss options. Your best bet is either to go all out and LS swap it or just drop another TBI in it. They're kind of turdy, but easy bolt in. But if you're not
cat failures, a cat failure.
Just had one replaced 2 years ago. Aftermarket cats are not as good as the originals,
especially if it's got the word universal in front of it, where they just cut them in and put them in. You know
that, and if you're running rich, it's gonna,
clog it up.
If you got other codes, just gonna plug it up.
I'm old enough to remember catalytic converter test pipes, where you took the cap out and you bolted the test pipe in to make sure your catalytic converter wasn't bad, and then you just never put the catalytic converter back in. And they sold them. J.C. Whitney used to sell catalytic converter test pipes.
Yeah, Boom Tube said they used to install them.
Yep, and they used to.
Because they were bolted in, and like the old bread loaf days, like the 77 Caprices, they were bolted in.
Yep, and that's the way like the Dodge Diplomats and stuff. I used to be a cop a long time ago.
The old dippies.
And I had a Dodge Diplomat that had a.
He was a cop until he couldn't pass a drug test.
I was a cop till I got tired of it. Went to work for a local manufacturer for a while. Decided I didn't like that, so I started selling parts. But we take him down.
He loves his donuts, so that's why he was a cop. You got any of these 65 Chevy trucks? You can't throw a dead cat without hitting a 65 Chevy truck around here. 71 Torino to Cleveland. Mid-80s Pioneer Firebird. I've been sitting over 25 years outside in the grass. He won't let it go. He's going to fix it.
He won't let it go because he's going to fix it up. He's going to
someday.
restore that. I know where there's a 68 Daytona Charger.
No.
With a tree growing through the middle of it.
Don't forget about that Hemi.
Yeah.
Or that Model T you're going to tell me about. T-Bucket. You ever had any old Buicks with nail head engines in them? Yes. I got a nail head sitting outside. I got a nail head in a Model T coupe in another storage building. It's my cousin's. It's not mine, but I put it all together. I had a few nail heads.
Walker's last 2 years up here in the Rust Belt. JC stereos were epic.
They were called test tubes.
Yep. But even the patrol cars that we had, we took them down to the local exhaust guy, and he took them cats out because they're bad. You're losing power. 75 cats, and let them run until all the pellets fall out.
79 Ford truck, there shouldn't be hardly anything for electrical on that thing.
Electrical gremlins are the worst.
Yeah, just get rid of all the stuff that anybody added.
Yep.
Or added lights, radio,
get rid
Scotch
of what everybody else
lights.
did and start over. And you can buy them wiring kits now that are,
Oh,
simple.
Daytona Charger was 69. You're way off.
Oh, I knew that. Not up on my Mopars, but
585K you had on a Nissan? Dang. This thing's got 170 on it, and I thought that was, the floors are Bluetooth, so.
Bluetooth.
Yeah.
Where
yeah,
did Duff crawled inside that Nissan and took a nap.
We'll go for a ride. Found him. There's birds. Get them. You said something about birds?
Yeah, he knows it's that season. We got to be getting close, don't we?
My dad made me learn how to drive in his tow truck. It sucked driving that thing to high school. Apparently he wasn't doing much towing if you were driving to high school. Dang right, she's a Nissan 720.
I got a 52 Chevy truck with an S10 and a V6 in it. I got a 49 Chevy on an S10 chassis with a turbo with a 350 in it, and it can't do a burnout to save its life, Ken.
Why does it die every time?
I have no idea.
It did it on the highway when it did.
I think it's that old 2-barrel in there. Yeah, it did out there.
Yeah, I can tell your editing didn't get that out of there.
That was hard on that old truck. But
most fun car I've ever had. I bought a 70. It was pre-shocker bumpers, so it was a 72 Pontiac station wagon, Grand Safari, clamshell with the
back door?
Yeah. When the tailgate would like fold down in the car.
Yep.
It had a built 400 with like hyper-eutectic pistons, 6X heads, aluminum intake, Edelbrock 750. Had a built 400 behind it. Had like 342 posi.
Wow.
White letters out, Coopers, Rally 2 wheels. Thing just ripped. And you'd pull up a stop, and it was ratty looking. Wood grain, red with wood grain. We called it the buck wagon.
Yeah.
You'd pull up in Watertown at a stoplight, and people would be like rev up their stuff, and you'd just wax them. It was so wild.
Two guys sitting in the seat that faces back. Did it have the backwards facing seat?
Yes.
Yep. Two guys sitting back there going.
Yeah, it did, and it was like I forget what it was. It was like $800 or $1,100. I'm like, we're not paying that. My buddy's like, we need to get this.
Yeah.
He's like, I'll pay for half. I'm like, all right. So we bought it. And that thing was so much fun. Picked up my cousin in Fargo, and I was like, hey, let's go for a ride in this thing. He's like, you're kidding me, right? Pulled out of his alley, got to the first corner, just slid her down the street. He's like, all right, I'm in. The thing was just a hoot.
We spent a lot of time in a Ford Econoline van. 6-cylinder in it, but
People in the back seat.
in rocking chairs. No back seat. It was just an open cargo van.
With
So we put rocking chairs in the
a
back.
straight axle, early one.
Yeah.
Like the
So then when you hit the gas, rocking chairs would sit and rock. We spent a lot of time in that van.
anybody do that with a 75 Newport.
That was before white vans had candy on the side. You get going with it. And Kmart 8-track that my car hit in high school.
I think my 71 has a Sparkomatic cassette deck in it.
What's the weather today in good old North Dakota? Today was nice.
It's nice.
70s.
I'd say upper 70s.
Where's your brass pole? Is this fire hall?
We got some copper pipe over there. I don't know if that works.
That's when I got the V6. I did an S10
It's used to be able to tell you're a 720 by looking, yours still has the rope cleats. It's a 84, allegedly. Yeah, the owner's manual's in there, so it does say 84.
Great, sweet sound system.
If the vans are rocking, don't come knocking. I had a buddy who had, God, what was it, like a 77, 78, the like long wheelbase ones, who went around a corner hot one time. And I yelled at everybody, run to the other side. And the wheels came off the ground and we all got white. Like, because of course it was the side with the doors on it. So we all had to go on either the back or on the top. I was like, we never did that again.
That's funny. Everybody run to the other side.
Bob and Baston.
You got good music over there. Thanks. Bob from Boston. It's great that us in the Dakotas don't have accents. Y'all got accents.
Yeah. Y'all talk really funny like. You know anywhere you get a 57 Bel Air passenger fender looking original, not reproduction.
Well, 57 Bel Air. Louisiana dub.
Dubs. New shop with lift. Yes. I'm so sick of laying on the ground.
Your ceilings are about a foot taller than mine in here.
What?
And yeah,
I think these are only 8 foot.
Are they? Well, then we're about even.
Yeah.
I can change light bulbs without getting on a ladder. But currently, I have a Tahoe in that I'm trying to put a 5.3 in, so I have something to drive this winter because my 49 doesn't have heat. And man, I'm losing it. It's just not the same as throwing a small.
But how did it have a bad 5.3 in it?
Oh, it's just got a horrible. It's got a knock. It still runs. I'm gonna keep the 5.3.
Nobody did any maintenance on it.
It just started knocking all of a sudden. So I'd love to take the inspection.
Why don't you just keep running it?
It doesn't have any oil pressure. It gets a little sticky when you're driving it.
I know a guy who's been driving over that oil pressure for like 3 years.
Really? Well, I'm hoping I can take the inspection cover off the transmission and see that it's got a broken flywheel or something. I've heard that's pretty common. But I already have the motor, so. But this is going to be our jump into 5.3 because we're not sending the other one back as a core. We're going to keep it, the one we're taking out.
Oh, you bought like a good 5.3.
No, I bought a used 5.3.
And they still have cores?
Yeah, Nordstrom has cores. But it isn't worth it because the motor you buy comes with the whole intake plenum, all the coil packs, everything. So you got a whole bunch of spare parts. It isn't worth $125 to take it back.
Plus, you got to go back there.
Yeah. So I'll just keep it, tear it apart, and see what's wrong with it.
What's a core 5.3 go for?
$125.
No, what's a good one? I mean,
I think it was $700 plus a core.
how many years?
Quarter.
Or how many miles?
150. They had some that were over 300,000. They're still selling for 500.
They get stuff that falls off the train that has like 13 miles on it too, don't they?
Oh yeah. If you go look at their website, when I started researching and deciding I was going to do that, I'd write down the part numbers because I'm a parts guy. So I'd write down the numbers, and the next week I'd go check, and none of them numbers were still there. So they were turning motors that fast, But it's interesting though, all the sensors and everything's plugged in. 15 body grounds on that. It isn't like just taking a battery cable and hooking it to the frame and going because it's grounded then. So it'll be interesting. But a body man's lift, the snap-on ones that come underneath and they just scissor up so you're this high in the air. I've always thought about them. That would put it right up on my ceiling, and at least you're not.
Yeah, they'd be great for like doing brakes.
The thing with me being a
larger human,
a petite guy like me, when I get underneath something, that's when I forget a wrench or a magnet or a screwdriver.
Yeah, but you have an assistant. My assistant doesn't have thumbs.
No, my assistant has 2 thumbs and she helps with everything. But you almost have to, it's like, I'll get down there, but I ain't getting back up once I get down there, so I want to take everything down with me. But still, seems like the floor of the garage gets closer to the bottom of the cars every year. And I don't know what it is. If the cement's buckling.
inflated bag lifts. I had seen those. Those are pretty neat.
Or pit.
Ford F100. The one from Monday hasn't sold. The 66 F100 is sold. I guess no plans on quitting my full-time job anytime soon, just because like the regular pay and benefits and all that good stuff.
Yeah, insurance is nice.
Yeah. Do another K5. That was crazy that I ran into those two K5s. I still have the one floor removal top K5, so you might see that one.
Is that the one you made in two-wheel drive?
Yep. Yeah, I've been playing around with those a little bit.
What do you think is the best way to bleed brakes?
What do you think? What's your favorite way to bleed brakes?
I like to reverse bleed with a push the fluid.
That's what I like
Back
to do
up.
as well.
Or I'm big on gravity bleeding. Open the bleeders and I go in the house and have a sandwich. Kind of let gravity take, and then start working on it. Especially if you're starting over from scratch. I hate doing brake work, so if I'm going to do brake work and you need to replace the hose on this side, we're going to replace the hose on that side too, because it's got the same amount of miles on it. Same amount of wear and
same
tear.
amount of times as
Yep.
somebody's hit the brake pedal.
Yep. So if you bleeding brakes is just a pain in the ass.
That's what I do. Reverse
Bleeding works.
I got a syringe from a vet, and then I just put a chunk of vacuum tube on the end, because then it's one person job.
That's probably way cheaper than the squeezy thing I got that is
And the
made for that, but it does the same purpose.
or the other thing is I got a Canadian dry, just a little like 8-ounce bottle with a hole drilled in the cap, and then a vacuum hose that I stick in there. You fill it about this full of fluid. Stick that
So it's
hose in
down
there.
in the fluid. So
Yep, and then hook it up, and then you go inside and you push the pedal, and you just watch the bubbles come out.
until there's no bubbles.
Yeah, that works pretty. Both of those I like because there's no mess. You know, because if you're pumping it up, you got somebody open. It doesn't matter where your drain pan's at. You're gonna have a
Yep.
mess.
And the person sitting in the seat is not thinking the same way you do. When you say 1, 2, 3, hold, they might go 1, 2, 3, hold. You know, so you got to have good timing when you do that.
Yeah, there's a lot of screaming going on usually.
Broken flywheels happen a lot in a 5.3. It's got that 5.3 has a really audible clunk when it's running, not like a knock, like an audible clunk.
Is it like change when you put a load on it? Well, he already said it's got no oil pressure.
Yeah, it's got zero oil pressure, and I bought it from a shop that knew. I mean, they checked it over and they knew that the motor was bad, and the guy didn't want to put the money into it, so worked out good. There are some perks to this job. Blake, a bleeder ball? That sounds painful, Howie.
Bleeder ball.
Buying it from Snap-on,
Well,
sounds painful too.
Yeah, so I think that's one of those vacuum tanks you fill full of hydraulics.
Oh
with.
yeah,
And then you hook it onto the master cylinder,
put air to it.
and then
Yeah.
those work great, but they're
They're
big
up
bucks.
there. Yeah, I've seen guys that take a master cylinder and make the little air bleeder to put pressure to it, but yeah, I just try to avoid it if I can help it.
Somebody sent me a Mighty Vac or whatever. And
Yeah, I have one of them, and I've never really had much luck with it.
neither have I. I tried it once, and I'm like, no.
I was thinking with you, dipstick, Jimmy.
Mighty suck. I think I knew her in high school. What are you talking about? You married her, didn't you, Jason? You should have. Never a problem doing brakes traditional way, just did my RAM. And I mean, it works fine, but I don't have somebody here to help. And I'm guessing if you're saying the traditional way is having somebody pump the brakes. Power bleeders are great until you forget to put fluid in them. Yep, that's just like bleeding them. And because that's the other thing with reverse bleeding, you don't have to worry about if the master's empty because it doesn't matter. It's filling from the other direction.
The only bad is sometimes you got to put some kind of reservoir or something underneath the master cylinder because sometimes you can push a little.
Oh,
hard.
if you overfill it.
It drools all over, but
The nice part about that is you're pushing all that. You can see that ugly, nasty old stuff
crap.
coming up there. But I guess that's the same thing with putting that reservoir at the end.
and when you start getting into ABS, it's a whole different ball game trying to bleed them. I think they're a pain in the butt.
323 horsepower, 3.6 in the Camaros. I don't know. Nothing wrong with a V6 with 300 horsepower, and you get a warranty.
And they sound good. I mean, they you put a little exhaust on them, they sound good. Put a 1/4-inch check valve on a bleeder, then just pump the brakes pedal. Not a bad idea.
Yeah, the nice part about reverse bleeding, that's how I got into it, is working on hot rods where you got your wheel cylinder here and your master cylinder down below the floor, and you're pumping it, you're trying to push air up here. Well, it'd get caught. So if you reverse bleed it, it pushes the air down here, gets it out.
Boils it all out. Yep. Easy sticker, desperate limit.
You get stickers? You got a big sticker collection?
No.
I had the extended warranty. I've been trying to reach you about your extended warranty, just so you know. If you haven't, go subscribe to Landshark Garage. He's 8 away from 600, so go on there and subscribe so that he can bring me 100 beers tomorrow.
100 beers tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Back up.
Beep, beep, beep. That's 330 racks in a solid 10-pack is all.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to Costco. Kirkland beer. Do they make a Kirkland beer? Isn't that their store brand?
They come in 48 packs, and there's like 2 beers that I won't drink. 3, 4. Kirkland, Grain Belt in a can, Michelob Ultra in a can, and Miller Lite.
So Miller Lite, I agree.
Miller Lite is the only guy that I know drinks Miller Lite is so that nobody else will take it.
Yep.
That sounds
But
horrible.
Grain Belt in the can, I like Grain Belt in the can just as well as in the bottle. But
That's why those 2 are just hanging out in there.
well, I wondered about that. Mrs. Landshark, she likes it in the bottle. I like it in a can.
There's Michelob and Grain Belt are the only 2 beers that I prefer in a bottle. Otherwise, everything else I just shouldn't have in the can. Or doesn't really make
The
sense.
thing with clear bottles, Grain Belt does it better, but when they sit in coolers, like in convenience stores and stuff, like them clear bottles, that fluorescent lighting in there, they seem like they taste skunkier. And the beer guys say that that's because of the clear bottle. So that's why Grain Belt has the box all the way around it. There's your beer tip of the day. Talk enough to the beer guys.
You know, those points have the box all the way around it. They're brown bottles.
No, clear bottles. The brown bottles aren't as bad, but like with the
Right, but they have the box all the way around it on those points.
yeah, because they're cool boxes.
It's getting pretty deep.
Them Aquafina waters.
Nathan Johnson, he's got it figured out. He just sniffs glue.
Oh, I picked the wrong day to quit sniffing glue.
Mexico, we don't have warranties, let alone extended warranties. We're still trying to reach you about that extended warranty, though. 600, there's no way he just got 600. Landshark Garage does not have 600 subscribers. Son of a biscuit, 603.
Biscuit.
100 beers.
You guys are great. I'm broke. You're great.
You're not broke. I'm just 103 beers richer.
Richard. Oh, Richard.
Richard.
You ever tried Rolling Rock? Yep, it's very good.
Eh.
I'm not big into craft beers.
That doesn't even count as a craft.
Not yeah, but anything where I have to have a menu that tells me IPA numbers, and then you just tell the waitress what tastes like Coors Light, and they bring you that.
Chris House. Hey, thanks for watching, Chris. I'm glad you enjoy. I'm glad you know who Ernest is. Because a lot of people are like, who's that? What is that? Ew. I think he's from Minnesota.
I think so. There were so many.
Ernest P. Rural.
Yeah, and there like be like one Ernest movie, and then the franchise hit, and it was Ernest Saves Christmas, Ernest Goes to Jail, Ernest this,
Ernest
that.
Saves Halloween.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mortske put a clip of Bobby Hillman video. I don't know.
I subscribed to your channel 2 months ago, and I watched every video so far. Good content. You must be talking about yours.
Ernest Goes to Camp.
Ernest Goes to Camp. Isn't that creepy sounding? Oh, no.
His commercial. That's how he got started. He was like doing commercials for like a lumber yard or some damn
Yep.
thing.
I can't remember what it was, but he
Ernest
made a
likes-
living at it. That's for sure.
Yeah, wearing his cut-off jean jacket and his denim. He had the Canadian tuxedo before it was Canadian tuxedo.
Ernest fights a troll.
only channel to donate to and membership. Thanks, Sean. Much appreciated. Thanks for watching all the old videos. Yeah, Ernest, I think, was a heavy smoker. I think I did some research on him. I got him. Mellow Yellow Comicals?
Commercials.
Comics.
Commercials?
Comic Cialis? Cialis?
Is he
What?
dead now? Somebody Googled that. I don't
Yes.
think he is.
No, he is.
Really?
He's a heavy smoker. I think he died of lung cancer or something. Mortske, where's the Duff Meister? He's right here. He's at my feet. Natty Daddies. You can buy Natties in anything less than a 30-pack? That's preposterous.
Best car chase scene in a movie.
Everyone's going to say
Jim Barney, yeah, that was
Bullet.
Yeah, everybody says Bullet.
I don't know. There's a lot of them. Now Lumber Milk Products. I was way off. He brought up the Got Milk before Got Milk was a thing. You remember Got Milk from like the early 2000s?
Oh, yeah.
Jim Varney.
Oh, the car chase scene in Blues Brothers.
Oh,
that was pretty good. Yeah.
I think that was the most vehicles wrecked in a movie ever. For that, they said.
Did they buy that mall just to have that car
Just to
scene
thrash it?
before they were going to tear it down or something like that?
I don't know. Is it Jim Belushi?
John Belushi.
John
Dan
Belushi.
Aykroyd. Vanishing Point. That's one of them shows that's really hard to find anymore.
Vanishing Point, I cannot find it. Like,
Yep,
you have
like
to be on drugs to watch it.
Like YouTube, but all these streaming services, none of them have Vanishing Point.
Did you know at the very end of Vanishing Points where he crashes it, they were out of cars? So they wrecked a Camaro.
Oh, really? No,
When they ran into the dozers, it's like a 67 to 69 Camaro.
Really?
Smashed up. And that thing must be like a 47 speed because that's all he's doing is shifting the entire movie. And what was his name? Who's the radio guy? Vanishing Point. It wasn't Super Freak, it was something. But it was a very racist name that they named him originally in the script, and they changed it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Super Soul was his name. Before that, he had a really
Thanks. That 3+3 is fun. It's just
fun to what? Have you driven it?
yeah. We drove it around last year after I undualied it, and we drove it around most of the summer. Just
Yeah, I'm gonna get my body work done before you.
I think you probably will.
What about except for Walmart batteries? Walmart batteries are great. They warranty anything.
Yep. Break any valves lately?
No, I haven't broken any valves. Punched a hole in a piston with the old MPP. You know me. Super Soul. Got any plans to do Mopars? There's 2 slant 6s across the street, 3 slant 6s across the street. God, I forgot how many of those things I have that need to make an appearance.
Costco batteries for the win.
So are they like 18-volt batteries then? Because everything else they sell is huge.
You got to buy 2 of them at a time.
Super Dave Osborne, do you remember him?
Mm-hmm.
Who was he?
He did stunts. He had a TV show, Super Dave Osborne, and they did every week. They did stunts. It was like Jackass before Jackass was cool.
Never starts are excellent. Are you talking about my videos or the batteries?
Chase scene in Cobra.
It was lucky.
Sergeant Cobretti.
You watch a lot of Cops?
Yeah, I used to. I still do it.
I used to, but I still do. Why y'all sweaty? Watch Cops. Cops is coming.
It's coming back now. Cop says they started redoing it.
I thought they dropped it because
it'd be horrible to watch now.
Too many people that Menards is rivaling hobo freight stools. Doesn't Menards carry like Snap-on pressure washers and like Snap-on
They
lights?
carry a lot of Craftsman stuff and Snap-on stuff.
Craftsman is dead. Craftsman. Do you guys carry it too?
Everybody does, yeah.
And it sucks.
Yep, and
It's
there's
trash.
very few stores that, if you have a warranty issue with Craftsman anymore, you might as well just go right to Craftsman. Don't even take it back to the store. because they do it all online through the customer. You see that with warranties on a lot of tools anymore. Everything's
because they just
don't want you to take it
they're
back.
trying
to
to
the store.
confuse you from doing it.
Yep, or your local store will take it, and if they can't warranty it, they'll eat it, just for customer satisfaction.
But 613 subs? Dang it, Landshark Garage. That's like 4 cases of beer almost.
Yeah. How many? I'm trying to get that fly off my head. See it on the screen up there? You guys see the fly? You probably can't. We can. You're not looking. It's right in the middle of my face. I can't get it off. I keep trying to brush the stupid fly off. That's
because it's on the screen?
Ernest P. Worrell on another tab. It was played Jim Varney.
Napa's all Milwaukee. You guys got Milwaukee power tools at Napa?
Yes. Yep.
Nice.
They're hard to get though, just like everything else.
Oh, the chin is on. All I see is glistening.
Oh, I know that.
Dirty Mary Crazy Larry is a very good one. I didn't really get excited about that one. I watched it. Wolfman did. Like Christine.
Wolfman Jack was in American Graffiti too, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, you sure are working hard.
We are.
We are actually.
That's not a fly. Mortske's roof leaks. If the roof leaked, we would have gave this base back a long time ago. Oh, Smokey and the Bandit. That had a lot of good chases. I forgot about that one.
The sheriff, Buford, was it
Buford D. Justice?
And then his son.
You dummy. Was that Charger yellow or green?
Tick turd. Yep, that's what he called it. Tick turd.
Called.
On Smokey and the Bandit. Called his kid the tick turd all the time.
Yeah, Steve McQueen and Bullet. Napa also has
Crafts went over the wall. Yeah.
Is Napa's stuff that bad? My pal in Canada got me a service kit from their post over here in Scotland for Turbo. A service kit. I don't know what that is. Some Napa stuff, like they're we're not gonna bash on Napa in this. Jim made an anti-smoke in the mid-80s as Ernest. And Ernest was a very funny silly character. Was a comedy for the whole family kind of guy. Not very smart. He was goofy. But yeah, hard. Charger was yellow, Moses. Charger was absolutely green, yes. Morgan! That's like a whole case of sandwiches. I heard a cricket.
Drinking the good stuff.
I have not heard a
I haven't
cricket.
heard a cricket since we've been here.
I knew a guy that could whistle like a cricket.
Oh my God, I'm aggravated with that.
Right? You'd just be standing there having a conversation. He'd like look the other way and do it. Oh. I was looking for a clip of Smoking Banner Convoy when he played the CB in a recent video. The Bourne movies always have good chases. Duff Dog's right here.
Really
People are asking where you're at.
All that running around. BJ and the Bear and 7 Sexy Lady Truckers. I agree with you, Steve. I've been there 22 years.
Prison?
No, Napa.
22?
22 years, yeah.
Jeez.
Ever put a truck on a railroad track with low tire pressure? Nope.
What are you saying? Why would we? I have seen Puddin's E-Haul. It's pretty sweet.
I drink sweet beer because more is gooder.
I'm more about quantity than quality, not going to lie. One was wanting to become a member. Where did he or she go? Right at the bottom of the video.
Right next to Duff. He's
Right,
pointing it out.
right by Duff. Yep. Get him, Duff. Get him. Right here. Now you upset him. There should be a subscribe thinger down there. What kind of beer is that? These are Friendlies. Grain Belt Premiums, the friendly beer. Original gone in 60 seconds. I'm more of a second gone in 60 seconds. Nicolas Cage. You would chirp if you were rubbing your.
If you're rubbing, you're like, what are you looking at me for? I don't know where he keeps your food.
Landshark.
What happens?
So you have a Chevy crew cab. I have an 86 crew cab that I bought new.
Someone fall in the well, Timmy?
Yeah, Bob Lamb has an 86 crew cab that he bought new, and it's still, I think it's Bob, still passes smog.
No kidding.
Yeah. With a 454 in it.
I see more of them now than before.
Oh, Groundhog Day. That's like the best car chase ever. Flapjacks. You guys want to get some flapjacks?
Car chase in Groundhog Day?
I think that's when they ended up, when he picks up the drunks from the bar.
Oh, yeah. Deadpool.
What do you think of 90s Camaros?
Deadpool had a cool. Deadpool with Clint Eastwood. I thought you meant Deadpool, the latest Deadpool. 90s Camaros, huh?
There was an original Deadpool? Hey, entertain those guys.
I gotta entertain you. He went someplace. The stunts in the original 60 seconds were way more better, according to Chin. Duff wanted to go outside. That's exactly right. He doesn't dare leave him out there, though. He'll come back covered in black. O.J. Simpson's Explorer chase. Oh, that was a Bronco, wasn't it? A white Bronco? Gumball Rally. That was a good show, yep. Better than 80s Camaros. Well, Mortske sold me an 80s Camaro that hopefully is going to eventually hit our shop, and we're going to see what we can do with it. It'll be the first car I've owned in a long time. I've mostly owned trucks. Yeah, the Blues Brothers chase scene. That whole movie is great. Deadpool is a Dirty Harry movie as well as a Marvel comic movie, isn't it? Deadpool.
I just know about the Marvel comic one.
Yeah. Well, no, Deadpool was like a Dirty Harry movie, if I remember right, or back when Clint Eastwood was doing a lot of cop shows.
OJ didn't have a Ford Explorer. It was a Ford
It was
Bronco.
a Ford Bronco. Yeah.
The Ford Explorers were the Firestone.
You left the door open.
Yeah, so we could get back in. Now if I can just teach him to
He left the door open.
Or shut the door.
He's scared of people. Well, he doesn't know the combination. How's he going to get in? Very crazy, Larry. 341 people. It's very hard to read.
Hey, we're gonna give a shirt away.
Sweet.
XL. You got some good trivia.
Good trivia.
Oh,
Wash your hands before using the restroom.
wash my hands. I'm gonna wash them off on this shirt we're about to give away. We got a double XL, so don't answer the question unless you like double XLs. Duff's gonna eat this shirt. He's eating it for sure. So it's got Duff slobber on it. So I mean, that's better than a Mortske autograph for sure. You got some awesome.
There's got to be some kind of trick.
Napa Todd, worthless knowledge that somebody could answer the question on.
Oh, wow. I didn't know you were going to put me on the spot.
Duff knows you're not going to get us cool with anything good.
Mortske has the Rona. Oh, over that, I hope. I usually have tons of stupid trivia.
All right, here you go. For a double XL Mortske shirt. What was, you gotta get them both. You gotta get them both. What was the actor's name? And what was his name in the movie that drove the 55 Chevy in American Graffiti?
Oh, I don't know.
You're not gonna fit it. You're not gonna fit in a double X, are you?
This is a double X.
The actor who drove the 55 Chevy in American Graffiti, and also, welcome Jason, his name in the movie. You gotta get them both.
Somebody's Googling up a storm.
Right. By now, somebody should have Googled that up.
right? You know the answer?
Richard Dreyfuss. No, it was
No.
not Richard Dreyfuss.
He was in there though.
He drove a Citroen. But what was his name? What was his name in the movie? You got to get them both.
Yep,
You got to get them both.
There
Cowboy was not his name. Yes, Bill, you won it. Bob Felfa.
Bob Felfa.
Bob Felfa.
Harrison Ford.
Ron Howard drove a '58 Chevy in that one.
He did. And who was the
Suzanne Summers
Suzanne
drove
Summers.
a '57 Thunderbird.
Yep.
Wow, maybe it's a '55.
It was the Thunderbird.
Bill, send me an email.
I can't remember, but he was Indiana Jones.
mortskerepair@gmail.com. Send me an email, Bob, and we'll ship you this shirt out with some decals on it. Duff says we should give out another shirt. Oh, another shirt? Heck yeah. Heck yeah. What? You got some more worthless? You got some worthless movie trivia? Duff says you don't. It's a big pile getting to be down here, Duff. Don't spill those.
I think the camera's set perfect.
Grease. We're not doing any.
No,
we're not doing
any grease.
No, not doing any grease lightning stuff.
Shit.
What piece of crap? Richie Cunningham driving American Graffiti. Who is Richie Cunningham?
Richie Cunningham is Ron Howard. He was Richie Cunningham.
Oh.
No.
What a waste of machinery. No, that wasn't his name in that. Ask something I know.
No, Ron Howard wasn't Richie Cunningham. Ron Howard was Mayberry RFD. He was the Andy Griffith's son. Opie.
Yeah.
Canopy.
Yeah, but I don't know what his. He had the '58 Chevy. The white '58 Chevy was his car.
But
I don't remember what his name was. Working on a '55 International with his real cool. So they ended up stuck money. What a shame.
Goodness.
Oops. You're fine. Opie Taylor. I'm just seeing the S10 that got my attention. I own 112 S10s. I never built one like that.
Well, I'll tell you what, Tony. You get a hold of me. It's for sale. It's ready to go. All you need.
Well, you haven't sold that yet?
All you need is an engine and a transmission. Everything's there. Slicks, 8.8 rear end with 411 posse. Willing to make a deal, especially.
Nathan Warren found us a dually 83 Toyota. Landshark Garage is at 623. That's weak. You guys should have him at at least 650 by now.
650 easy, yeah. Mortske, you want to get up my lap? Oh,
Watch build that vanishing point.
Happy Days. And Ronnie Howard was in Happy Days. He was Richie Cunningham, yeah. He just did the full spectrum. He went from Opie to Richie to driving a 58 to being a producer.
Yeah, now he does some pretty.
Wasn't he in
big
the
movies.
Waltons too? Was he in the Waltons too?
I don't think so.
Was he John Boy?
All Vernon, South Dakota is full of dually Toyotas.
Dooley Toyotas.
Daily. Oh, son of a biscuit.
Richie wasn't driving an Edsel. He was driving a 58 Impala.
I don't know if there was any Edsels in that movie.
I don't think so.
Gosh, we're gonna go get another shirt. This is fun. Miller had the fastest thing in the valley. What is it? Field cars.
He was not in the Waltons. Okay. He guest starred in the Waltons.
Oh. Your turn. What do you got? What do you got? Oh, Duff, give me that back. People don't want this. Here you go. This one's got Duff slobber on it, too. Okay, and a Duff hole.
Eggs tags. They scratch his neck.
Duff will even wear it for you. Sidney Williams had the Edsel. Oh, that's right. There was an Edsel in that one.
Custom 58 Impala. Oh, Ronnie Howard has a brother named Clint.
Richard Thomas was in the wall. What about Unhappy Days?
Unhappy Days. Yep, Richard Thomas was in the Waltons.
All right, another double XL. What do we got? You know what my favorite car show is? It's not even really a car show. Dazed and Confused.
Dazed and Confused. Lots of Impalas in that.
What?
Lots of Impalas.
I don't know if there's a single Impala in that whole movie.
I thought you said it was your favorite car show.
I don't think there's a single Impala in it.
Isn't that a bunch of lowriders in it?
Dazed and Confused?
Yeah, I must be lost.
It was based in Texas and like...
Now I'm going to have to go home and watch it.
Oh. That's what I like about these high school girls. I keep getting older. They stay the same age. It was the first movie that Matthew McConaughey was in.
Really?
All right. Yeah. So, Dazed and Confused. Best car show. All right. You missed one, all right, though. Dazed and Confused were awesome. So, what kind of Dazed and Confused? Oh, man. Albanian, what did he drive? He drive a Mopar, like a Duster or a Dart. And that was, God, I can't think of that actor's name. You haven't seen it. So
I have not seen that.
No.
No.
Weirdo. Nancy, who are you calling a weirdo?
Drunk and confused.
Oh. You watch. What's your favorite show that you're watching now? I saw you posted on the Snapchat page.
Snapchat face?
Yeah.
Yellowstone.
Yellowstone. Who's your favorite person in there?
Beth.
Oh, because for reasons.
Yeah.
Rip was in. Rip's a redhead with big bushy hair named Benny in that 70s show.
No kidding.
Red hair.
Really?
Look him up.
Rip is a badass.
Ben Affleck's in the Duster. Thank you, Jason. Ben Affleck. We had all kinds of Ben Affleck. Sorry.
So, you want a Yellowstone question? I got a Yellowstone trivia question.
What is it? Automotive related?
Yep, it is.
All right, here we go. Does anybody watch Yellowstone? Let's just give it a Danny. No, not Danny. I met Danny
Masterson, really?
No. Danny Masterson is from that 70s show.
Yep.
It was not Danny Masterson.
It's not him.
I met him at LAX airport. His 18-year-old kid right after I graduated. Met him at the. He said, "Hey, can we take a picture with you? You know you're from that 70s show." He says, "Yeah, but I'm not going to smile."
Okay. Like the comedian Stephen Wright.
So somewhere I have a picture of me with Danny Masters, and he's like, "Ain't gonna lie." Me too.
Wayne's World.
Ooh, the Mirthmobile.
Yeah.
The Pacer.
Game on.
With the licorice dispenser. Game on. All right. Is anybody going to get here?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Not. It's not a car thing. I'm trying to think.
I asked if it was car related.
What is?
They all drive Dodges.
They all drive Dodges. It'd be easy.
Dodges.
It'd be easy to figure out what they're driving.
Ram is clearly sponsoring that.
They're sponsoring a lot of that. You ever notice some of the shows back in the day that the sponsor was at the end? You know, the end of a sitcom, and it was either Ford or Chevy or somebody. And then now you go back and watch them, and every car that was visible was a Ford or a Chevy. You know, or you look at some of these movies you watch, and didn't the Swade's Car Club up in Fargo didn't they use some of their cars in one of the old shows here not too long back?
So you got an automotive related question for Yellowstone?
Not really. No.
Oh, son of a biscuit.
I'm not a big James Bond fan.
All right, Dazed and Confused. There's I don't know how to word this. A guy's got a Trans Am in that movie, and he's bashing Wooderson's Chevelle, who's Matthew McConaughey's. And what does he refer to his Trans Am / Firebird as? What's the name for that car? What does he call that car? See that car over there? That car is. And if you need a double XL Mortske shirt, we'll give it to you. What is that? There it is. Car guy nailed it right off the bat. White Lightning. You see that over there? That's White Lightning, man. You gotta get some shoes on that thing. These are pizza cutters. That's what he calls them. God, these guys are the red team, the Red Dragon.
The Red Dragon.
Car Guy, 1975.
Red Dragon was from
Step Brothers.
Step Brothers.
Yeah.
No, not Step Brothers. The
No.
one where he's in. I'm going streaking in the quad.
Yeah, Snoop a Loop, bring your green hat.
Yeah.
Car Guy, 1975. Send me an email. mortskerepair@gmail.com. We'll send you a shirt.
Old school. That's what it was. Old school.
Old school. Old school. Chin is on there. Chin, you're supposed to be working right now. That's why you weren't invited to this. We got to get a video out this week so that I can go on vacation.
Chin, you're supposed to be working. Edit.
Yeah. Wrong movie. Ben Affleck was Albanian.
Pizza Pan place years ago. Screw it.
They were smooth.
331 people. I'm gonna
So if all you guys
I'm gonna
went
have to watch
subscribe
Days
to
and TV.
Landshark Garage right now, he should be well over 700.
You know,
627 week. You guys need like 73 more.
when those of us that are on doing things on YouTube, we're always looking at our analytics. And my analytics, 80% of the people that watch my videos
Or not
are
subscribed.
not subscribers. 80% of them. It's crazy. I don't know.
What do you think mine is?
I have no idea because I can't get into your analytics.
What do you think mine is though?
It's probably there. In that,
80%.
yep, it's crazy.
80% of the people that watch my stuff are not subscribed.
And then when I talk to people that I deal with on a daily basis, and they started finding out that we're doing YouTube stuff, and they're like, well, "I don't like to subscribe to things. I don't like to. Do I have to pay for it? I don't like to subscribe to things." I'm like, that's the easiest way to keep track. I mean, when I used to just watch YouTube, which I can't hardly do anymore. You know, when you're making content, it's really hard to sit down and watch something on YouTube.
I don't have time.
Yeah. But they don't want to subscribe
Animal House.
because they think
Toga.
they're tied into something. Oh, Toga.
Toga.
What am I now? That's it.
Do you mind if we dance with your ladies?
Robert, it's free. It's for free. Al Bundy, I loved you and Married with Children.
Oh, sorry about Peg.
Yeah.
Look at 2 Chevys in the garage there. You're proof.
2 Chevys in the garage there. That's
110% of people can't do percentages. 7 out of 3 people can't do fractions. Bill, you already won a shirt. You better be sending me an email. And then Car Guy 1975 to get your shirts. Do you mind if we dance with your dates? It's not ladies. Shoot, it's dates. Blacktop and American Graffiti. Yes, I knew that was the same. 55 Chevy.
Yep, Duff's done. Back there, just
He's past the French out.
you'd think all the flies would just go hang out with him.
Splendid Blazers. I sold the 76 to a local guy.
He loves it. I know him.
You know Basil?
Mhm.
And then this full removable top I got here, I was just moving it around this weekend for the first time in a long time.
The guy that bought your blazer we talked about this weekend. I talked to him. He's kind of trying to keep the patina look.
Is
on
he?
it, and we're just talking
It's
about
all half rattle can.
different ways to do that. They might find my Unabomber shack. Well, it won't be from subscribing to YouTube.
Duff knows when there's a camera involved where to lay. Believe
Yeah.
it or not.
Media whore.
I don't subscribe. They might find my Unabomber shack. What was the Unabomber's name?
Ted Kaczynski.
See? Worthless knowledge.
I couldn't have came up with that though. Oh, that'd be a good question.
What was the Unabomber's name?
Yeah.
Totally not automotive related.
He lived in a house with no power. God damn it. God damn it.
Whoa. What was your Yellowstone question? See if I can get it.
When you left Yellowstone for good, how did you leave?
Train station.
They took you to the train station in a Dodge. Wait, no, they're probably Rams. Because Dodge isn't
Rams.
Dodge, they're Rams now.
What was the last year of the Dodge? You know,
2011.
because it was in that 10 to 12 range, so I always remember that. It's like,
Yeah.
Which is weird because they stayed exactly the same. They just quit calling it.
Yep. And when you start looking it up on any cataloging, you can't find it for like they don't have cataloging on Dodge anymore. They do if you put in a Ram. Oh yeah, by golly, they do.
Quad, odd, soap filled steel wool, and lots of waterworks. Nice on wool paint. Made by Wilfred. What happened to the 85 442 holes? That was not my car. That was a buddy's car. Just dropped it off. Asked me if I want to do a video on it. And I'm usually not the type to do that, but since that car was remotely rare and G bodies are kind of a thing, I figured I'd do it. And that
He's
car
lying. He needed a reason to put the mullet back on. Always got to have a reason to put the mullet on.
It just might be coming back.
Okay, next trivia
Look
question.
at that. He does that. He's like, he knows right where the camera's at. He's like, I'll just flop down.
They should bring back the Dakota. You know when the Dakotas were kind of square bodies? Before they got the
93?
Yeah, there's a few of them around that got some big Mopar motors in them. There's a lot of room in them.
You get them with,
They come with 318s. Some of them did.
you can get them with 360.
I think that Shelby had a 360 in it.
Joe, you could get them as a roadster.
Really?
They made them with the top cut off.
Oh God!
And I forgot what they were called.
In the movie Thunder Road with Robert Mitchum. Robert Mitchum. What makes the cars referred to rum runners of the day?
They took the Unabomber shack when he got arrested. More useless knowledge.
They did, didn't they? Move the whole shack someplace? If I remember right, when he got arrested, they took his shack and just picked it up with all the evidence in it and drove away with it. Ugly beautiful.
I was going to ask, as a giveaway, who built the station wagon, the family truckster? You know what?
The Griswold family truckster?
Don't say it. You know who it is? See if these guys can guess. I'm not giving you a shirt. Well, we're done giving shirts away. Maybe. Let's see. Who built the family truckster? With an LTD station wagon, like a 70.
The company where he bought it from, you mean? Like
No.
the place where he...
No!
Oh, who actually built it?
Chin, you suck, Chin! That does not count!
Oh, yeah. Well, they can't see it. We'll just act like he isn't even here.
Jason Withrow got it. He got the full name.
George Barris.
Yeah, you know who George Barris is, right?
Oh, yeah.
He built that car, like with the stack.
Didn't he build a whole bunch of
The Batmobile.
movie cars? Yeah.
The Batmobile.
And he's like 412 years old, still got a cigar in his mouth, about that tall. Oh, I just watched
No,
a
that's not
documentary on it.
Barris. That's who's the car customizer that does leading, and he's now no longer with us. Carries a cigar in his mouth.
Oh yeah, he
Barris gets up and does like push-ups in the morning and dances all night long.
Yeah, he's the one that wears his pants like
Yeah.
right here.
Monster car.
Yeah, he did the Munsters car too.
George Burns. Yes, but no. Not Boyd.
Gene Winfield. Yep. That's who I just watched a documentary on him. Gene Winfield.
Gene Winfield, yeah, he gets up and does.
All the letting.
Right, he doesn't smoke cigarettes.
Winfield is the one that does push-ups.
Yeah, he gets up. Yeah, George. Yeah, you're right. George Barris was
the one
short
that had
guy.
the little, yeah.
What make was the original Batmobile? It was a Ford with a something. Bill Hines. That's the short guy with the cigars.
With the cigar.
Yeah, Bill Hines.
5988 holes.
Barris isn't. I don't
2
know.
hours into this, it's a lot easier to read these as they're popping up now. There's not less people.
We ever do a Dodge Power Wagon? We already did one.
Remember the Power Wagon on
It was the same one.
the two brothers that were detectives. It was a series on TV.
So there's a Power Wagon crew cab on Christmas Vacation.
Yeah.
It's the same Power Wagon in that movie as Goldie Hawn and Overboard.
Really?
It's the same Power Wagon.
That thing's cool.
Kurt Russell.
Kurt
Those
Russell.
two are married, right?
Yep.
Or whatever. Yeah, it's the same.
Simon and Simon. That was the hour-long show.
Everybody's on the same page as you. How old are you?
I'm 56 as of Sunday.
Well, happy belated birthday.
Well, thank you. You know, if you take some of your privacy profiles off Facebook, nobody wishes you happy birthday.
and here's Sunday. I took a video of you eating what was that Saturday?
It was
Sunday. You just mowing down
through some
carnival food.
No, they were what the Albers
Appleskiver's.
Appleskiver's, yeah, never had them before. That never had them.
And they were pretty good.
They were
judging by the video.
Yeah, they were. Yeah. I'm waiting. You wait. That video will show up someplace. Yeah. We're both at the same car show and never talked to each other.
For a reason.
I went looking for you. I went into all the bars and I couldn't find you.
The bar.
The bar. How old did he say?
What was the car on that 70s show?
Bob Lamb. I am 56 years old.
The
car in the 70s.
Vista Cruiser.
Vista Cruiser, yeah.
And it was in his last name is Foreman.
Yeah.
What a wicked ink.
Right here. Foreman Vista Cruiser. Born in 65. Wow. Yeah. That's a long time ago.
56 years ago.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
69 old Vista Cruiser. I know a guy that's got a Vista Cruiser that he pulls an Oldsmobile Cutlass on of the same vintage.
So you're saving?
No, he goes to.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
He's from Langford.
Is he?
Yep. Young kid. Running a machine shop down there, actually. That's a lot of meth to smoke. Well, we didn't start smoking until 2 years ago.
Meth is a designer drug. It wasn't even that cool until recently. Okay. Remember how I said you're at 627?
Now where are we at?
The algorithm screwed you. You're at 596.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So apparently 31
some.
of you just went and unsubscribed from Landshark Garage.
Yeah, in 2 minutes. That's the algorithm.
They're like, this can't be right. There is no way that 40% of the people just subscribed in the last hour and a half.
Yep.
Oh crap, we're coming up on 2 hours.
Too many subscriptions, they take you down. Yeah. It's all a game.
My mom was an 85 big scholar.
The Pringle Pack.
It was.
You guys are full of useless knowledge. I love it. Where's crack smells like cabbage. Small hands smells like cabbage.
Whoops. That's the wrong button. Still subbed. Corvair.
Other than vehicles, what do you collect?
Empty beer
I
cans.
got a beer can collection that won't stop. I collect so many beer cans, I have to get rid of them on a weekly basis. I have a really big seashell collection. I keep it scattered over beaches all over the country. Who's that comedian?
Who?
The comedian that said that. I have the world's biggest seashell collection. I keep them scattered on beaches all over the country. Stephen Wright. When you said that, Danny Masterson.
Dodge Dakota Sport. That was the convertible.
Really? Convertible. They're probably worth some money now.
Not really.
Yeah, on Simon & Simon, didn't that truck have a rear topper on it that looked like a covered wagon top? For a while it did. That was like a 70s power wagon. You know, the orange and black ones said power wagon down the side of the box. That's what they drove in Simon & Simon.
Was it a power wagon?
Yep.
Wasn't God? Where they had some like not a Comanche.
No, it was a Power Wagon, and the older brother drove it. And I can't remember what actor played that brother. He played in a lot of other stuff after that. Zach Johnson, 601 subs for Landshark.
God, it said 627 a minute ago.
It did.
The Dodge Warlock. Yeah. I know what you're talking about. And then it was
not
like,
what it was. Maybe it was a Warlock.
It was orange, and then it had black.
Flat black. Or
and
kind
then,
of a, you know,
yeah.
Gab.
Macho. The Macho. Yes. It was the Macho
wagon.
It was not the Power Wagon.
Gerald McCraney. Because he kind of went on to be a badass actor for several movies after that. Remember the Fall Guy with the square body? Where
Chin got me on the Fall Guy.
They had the door that opened on the side because all the stunts they did.
And they had the diff all bridged up.
Yeah. For jumping stuff.
Stuff that did not need to happen to a square body.
Had a Black and Decker aquarium pump for a mill.
The little red express truck was faster than the Trans Am that year. Not saying much either.
Yeah.
Because like in 94, like the fastest production vehicle in North America was like a GMC Cyclone or the Typhoon.
Blazers, yeah.
Yeah. Whoa. Throttler back. Remember the Rambler Scrambler, 394 speed?
I remember. I've seen pictures of them.
The SC Rambler, the Scrambler.
Stacy David built a modern Fall Guy truck. I love Stacy David. Yeah.
It's sweet.
Yeah, Gerald McCraney was in Longmire. Another good show. Short bed.
72, 45, 42 for batteries. I don't get it. Midnight Extract was pretty. Chin, get back to work. Nissan things. I got more content for you. It's got pretty black wheels now. You think you hate it? No, wait till you drive it.
You think you hate it now? Wait till you drive it.
And it's also got a poor man's posse.
Shh. Don't tell anybody.
Don't tell the Chin.
The Machine by AMC.
AMC built some cool stuff, and then like the Pacers and the Jeeps with the Levi edition, the whole Levi interior.
Oh yeah, and the Jeep cars. What the hell were they? They had a Jeep station wagon that was 4-wheel drive, and then they had a car that kind of looked like, God, I can't remember what they called them though. They were reaching the glove box and turn the lever to shift it into 4-wheel drive. But yeah,
the Eagles?
Yeah, the Eagle. They had an Eagle car. They had an Eagle car that was like a X something package. Someone up here will know it. You watch.
The AMC XR4, AMC X2. No, that ain't it.
SRX, yep.
SRX4? SX4.
I always thought it'd be cool to put a lift kit on one of them.
They already, you could fit like 33s on them.
Yeah, they were
factory.
tall to begin with.
I think it was an SX4.
You really went down a rabbit hole now.
Yeah, now everybody's like, yeah, we're leaving. SX4. Suzuki?
Suzuki Samurai.
I'm calling it a night. Thanks, Brian.
See you, Brian.
America.
Get up early for work.
More lava lamp, please. Where is my lava lamp? There it is. I need to get some more lava lamp.
Okay, you keep these guys occupied. I gotta go fill my juice box.
So lava lamp is Jaws. Look up 57 Chevy Gasser, Hawaii. Go check him out. Yeah. If he gets 10,000 subscribers, he says he's flying me over to Hawaii. The Duff can't come with, so he's upset about it. Is it a GTO or a Riviera and Roadhouse? Man, I haven't watched Roadhouse forever. I'm pretty sure it's a Riviera. I remember there's a movie called Science Project. Not me. Grand Nationals. I'm in the Greater Dakota and Napa Todd, who you should all go subscribe to if you haven't already. Landshark Garage. Subscribe to Landshark Garage. He is in the Lesser Dakota, which is to the south of us. AMX3 was built to compete. It was a Riviera. Definitely Riviera. Riviera. Weird Science. I do remember Weird Science.
Oh, who's the chicken? Weird Science.
I don't care.
That's my pen. Almost left you an Apicot original.
Get the good stuff. Speaking of 57 Chevy, I can't remember the old man's name. Did you convince him not to paint the Lord building? Where you'd walk around? He has not done anything with that car, so hopefully he hasn't painted it. I think we're trying to talk about that. What was my first car? Truck 85 Buick. Or 85 Cadillac was Sedan DeVille. It was terrible. Too many sandwiches. Gotta do a build together or something? I ain't got time to build nothing. Kelly LeBruck was the girl in Weirds. Kelly LeBruck! Keep on keeping on. Don't hit the wrong beaches. She was married to Steven Seagal. I had a Buick Seagal one time. I smashed it. Dusty, thanks for subscribing to Landshark Garage.
I knew that too. She was married to Seagull.
I had a
Welcome back, guys.
Cannonball Run. Ooh, man, I haven't talked about that for a long time. That movie didn't really tickle my fancy.
Cannonball Run. Dennis Collins has an eagle with very low miles. He shows it on his channel. Is that the guy that
you see that he's the snobby like numbers
with Ken
guy.
Rollins,
Yeah.
right?
Richard
Rollins, yeah.
Yeah.
He was the other side of the camera.
Woo! Oh, why are they called bagels? Because if they were sangles, they'd steal your food. American Graffiti, Ron Howard cares. Just subscribe to Landshark Garage. Thanks, Jerry.
Thank you.
Car Guy 1975. You better have. You won a shirt tonight. Rollins sucks. No comment. I was an extra in the movie with Kelly LeBrock. Prove it. Prove it.
Pictures
CB.
didn't happen.
Yeah. Snapchatter didn't happen. CBGG. I don't believe you. I'm looking for that picture right now. I don't see you on there.
Have you seen Kelly lately? She looks just like Daisy Duke.
What?
Did I bring the burnout rig?
No. Mr. Drive Your Stuff showed up in his late model. I was like, oh, yeah, I had the garage all cleaned out so we could bring its 47 to 53 S10 chassis swap in here. Burnout Stall King. And nope, here we are.
Here we are.
I had to bring the Nissan.
Didn't have no working taillights, and I didn't want to have to deal with the local constables in Popoville, Podunkville, PD. So I got something that all the lights worked on.
We don't. I haven't worn a seatbelt in like 3 days. That's how hardcore I am around here. I mean, Duff Dog gives a lot of advice. He's like, you shouldn't have bought that one. Tells me that a lot. He's Captain Obvious.
What S10 engine is in mine? It's got a 350 in it. So, yeah, it's got a 350 in it. Heavy Chevy Chevelle. I know a guy that's got one of them, Bob. How come Napa Todd does not have a sandwich in his hand? I switched to something on ice.
Dusty Martin needs a shirt. 4-bolt or 2-bolt main? All of them are 2-bolts. You don't have any 4-bolts.
I'd tell you it's a 2-bolt because I never took it apart. I just dumped it in there out of the car. I took it on it. And I did very little to it. How much did the blue 2500 with the red tailgate cost you? Didn't cost me anything.
Oh, it's orange tailgate. It's I bought that pickup rolled. That was an orange. That pickup was originally gray. It was rolled, had 99,000 miles on it. A buddy burned a quarter tank of fuel. He rebuilt it, painted it GM orange, rolled it, and I bought it from him, rebuilt it again. So now it's got like 103,000 miles on it. But it's a Dodge. But yeah, I put that whole blue body on it. So I swapped bodies on both of my Dodges.
Would any of you guys buy a G body? Oh yeah.
Yep, definitely.
I drag raced the G body up until
got sick of the shuffle.
3 years ago. I sold it to a guy and he still drag races it. He's doing really good with it. That was I bought that car and we were going to cut it up and turn it into a circle track car, and that's when we decided we were done circle track racing because it was an 87 Cutlass, had the composite headlights. Last year they made the Cutlass, and decided we were going to keep that one. So we drove it, hot rodded it for a while, and then we, drag racing, you always want to go faster. So then you get rid of stuff, and all of a sudden you don't have heat, and you don't have power steering anymore. So
got the dash, electric water.
That's the way that S10 is that I have. There's the dash is in it, but there's nothing behind it.
It's a shell.
Yep. There's got manual steering. And what's my daily driver? Right now I'm driving a 49 Chevy pickup. I got a 2002 Tahoe I'm putting motor in that I'll probably drive for a while.
So it's electric?
It gets cold in the Dakotas, so you almost have to have something with heat. G-body wagons are awesome. Old Malibu wagons, them are cool.
I'd love to find a Malibu wagon with a 4-speed.
Yeah. So
I've missed out on.
I know a guy.
2 G-bodies with 4 speeds.
I know a guy whose dad was an old rancher, and he ordered a Chevy Malibu through Thorpe Auto in Britain with a 4-speed in it. And that station wagon disappeared. It's not around anymore.
Never showed up?
No, but he did not want one of them automatic transmissions. So he had him put a 4-speed in it. I don't know if they did it at the shop there or what.
But it never showed up, or it just has disappeared since then? It never.
No,
he had it for a while.
He drove it till they parked it, but I don't know where it's at anymore.
Oh.
It's probably still in the family because they never really got rid of anything. But do you drive one of those stupid trucks with an Napa? No, I have a 2012 City Express, which is made by Nissan. Chevy Express is. It's got ATV looking wheels on it. We pimped it out. It's not that great. Gets good mileage. Much snow in the Dakotas? Not yet. Ask next week. Thanks for subscribing. Super Comp, Dragsters in Division 7. Yep. Drag racing is fun, but when you start chasing a number, then things get expensive. I use this S10 cluster in my 52.
All right, Al.
All right, Al.
Well, we've been here for
Was he jolly?
2 hours and 13 minutes. So I think we're gonna punch out.
Yep.
Nepotod's actually got to work tomorrow.
I got 40 miles to go home.
Taking the long road.
Well, 32 miles.
Boo! All right.
This was fun. Thanks, guys. Thanks for
If you haven't,
subscribing and following.
go to Landshark Garage and subscribe. Tell them that Duff sent you.
And then I'll have to tally up how much beer I owe him.
Yeah.
No.
Will the 720 make it 40 miles?
Sure.
No comment.
Oh, he's going to go 20 curves.
Thanks, Nancy.